Hey everybody, this is Malganis, one of the two dudes. Valk and I have not been producing too much in the way of anime parodies or anything. We've both been kind of busy with our own projects. So I decided to make a really, I hope, really quick podcast blog thing. I don't know. It's just going to be something to, basically pass the time with and appease the masses. Yes, we have masses. There are people who mass for us. Be jealous. Anyhow, this one is going to be about romantic subplots in shonen manga and how a lot of them don't make sense, but there are some that do make sense. I'm not going to completely generalize here, and I'm only going to be using Bleach and Naruto as examples. If I sound like a crazy fanboy at any time, please just go along with it. I'll try not to be a shipper, even though there are characters in both those series who I kind of hate with a passion. So yeah, first off, we'll be looking at Bleach. The problem with Bleach I see is, the fact that it has a romantic subplot, or at least it seems to try to have a romantic subplot, or vague ideas of what a romantic subplot should be, and kind of fails. You have Ichigo, the main character, of course, with his ghostly Shinigami powers, and his inexplicable ability to come back from the dead multiple times, and totally kick butt. But anyhow, there's Ichigo, and then there's love interest, alleged love interest number one, Rukia, who's short, dark-haired, proud, violent, and prideful, and wait, I already said that. Yeah, she's just kind of there. She's the tsundere to Ichigo's protagonist. And then there is Orihime, who is kind of the complete opposite of Rukia. She's a bit of a pacifist. She heals. She's a ditz. She's redheaded for some reason, even though the show is based in Japan. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, they're kind of complete opposites going on here. And in my humble opinion, during the first arc where Ichigo gets his powers, there seemed to be insinuations by the author that there might be a romance between Ichigo and Rukia. I mean, Rukia gets captured, Ichigo goes to save her, they go through 40 chapters of non-stop fighting and hamminess, and he fights his way through hundreds of mooks. He finally saves the girl, and he does nothing, he just leaves. And it's kind of an anticlimax. It seems like even Rukia in the story is surprised. He totally goes totally all out on the Soul Society, and then he leaves. Because apparently he feels he owes a debt to her. Just a friendly debt. Yeah, whatever. It's cool. I'd do that for anybody, man. Which he does, because when Orihime gets captured, he does the exact same thing with the Hollows and Huecomundo. And that relationship with Orihime is actually a bit more intense, because she actually is in love with him. And he comes back from the dead for her. That's commitment, guys. And after that, he does nothing. Although, in that case, it's more justified since he has to go save the world. But still, it's a bit of a downer. Anticlimax downer thingy. Because you're kind of expecting there to be, wait for me. I'll be coming back for you, Orihime. She says, oh, Kurosaki-kun! Oh! And then he leaves. And she comes back later, and everybody makes fun of her for being such a worrying ditz. And you kind of have to wonder what the whole point of that was. Because the thing that doesn't make the most sense is Ichigo has no romantic interest in either of them at any point in the series whatsoever. If you read the manga, it's the same from beginning to end. Well, not end, since Bleach hasn't ended, but up until this whole arc. There's just no romantic subplot there, even though there's a romantic subplot. He has no feelings towards him other than blasé friendship. He is almost inhuman in his self-control. This guy is supposed to be, what, a 15, 16-year-old teenager? No male teenager that I know of is that self-controlled. If they are on drugs. They are stoned out of their mind. And Ichigo is just kind of creepy. There's supposed to be this romantic subplot, but he is completely uncommitted towards it. He doesn't do anything. He's just kind of there along for the ride. And he also does other things, like, run away from Yoruichi when she's totally naked, when I would bet most guys would just kind of stare. Yeah. So he's really kind of creepy, because he's not normal. At all. I mean, really. But that's just my opinion. And there's other romantic subplots that are implied, like Kisuke Yoruichi, or Yoruichi, whatever you want to call him. Gin and Rangiku, Toshiro and Momo and Aizen, Yoruichi and Soifone. So yeah, there's all these other romantic subplots just littered in the story, and nothing really happens, ever. I mean, I think the most developed of the whole romantic subplots is Gin and Rengiku. And even then, it's pretty, it's kind of odd. So yeah, romantic subplots don't make any sense in Bleach. Ichigo is a robot, and nobody can just spit it out, apparently. Moving on to the bigger offender in my mind is Naruto. In Naruto, we have another sort of romantic triangle. It's more of a square, maybe, because you've got Naruto, who originally seemed kind of interested in Sakura, with Hinata being interested in him, and Sakura being interested in Sasuke, who's interested in killing his brother, and being an emo kid. Yeah, but Sakura is once again, the tsundere. She goes out of her way to make Naruto's life miserable, and while she does show some remorse, her general way of fixing the problems she makes is pretty stupid and only causes more trouble. Hinata is absolutely devoted to Naruto, stalks him without hesitation, has been crushing on him since she was like a 9-year-old. Even before that, if you are a big fan of the anime and you've seen those little extra episodes, you know what I'm talking about, the extra 200 episodes they slapped onto Naruto. Yeah, and how many other episodes they slapped onto Shippuden. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah, Hinata being completely devoted to him, and almost died for Naruto. Yeah, I guess I should probably have put a spoiler alert before that if you aren't familiar. But, yeah, Hinata got stabbed through the gut trying to save Naruto. And that's after she told him, pretty much to his face, she was looking away, but she was right in front of him, that she loves him. It's really, 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 really hard to confuse what that means. I mean, yeah. Naruto ain't the brightest of bulbs, but at least he's still smarter than Luffy. So you'd think he'd be able to figure out, this ain't no brotherly, sisterly love thing going on. This is full-blown romance. And it seems like he figures it out, because he goes completely berserk and goes on a roaring rampage of revenge, and, oh, wait, that's right, he forgives the villain. And stops fighting. That's cool, too, I guess. And then he completely forgets about Hinata. She shows up once or twice in his presence, and he says nothing to her personally. He gives a speech to the big group, but nothing to her personally. And he pretty much just completely ignores her. This is the sound of my brain exploding, and then imploding, and then causing a new big bang, and a universe of complete insanity being born in my skull, because this makes no sense. Okay, some people can argue. He's too distracted with saving the world, and let me tell you, that does not stop some protagonists. I can name a few. Give me a second. I totally can name a few. Well, in Shonen, In Shonen. Well, that's actually kind of par for the course. Except for maybe Full Metal. In Full Metal, Edward seems to be, he goes out of his way to help Winry and visit her, so it works, yeah. Yeah, I would say it is. Yeah. But with Naruto and Hinata, it's just this blasé, completely ignoring her thing, and it makes it even worse than what's going on in Bleach. In Bleach, you can say Ichigo is just a really thick-headed guy, and he just doesn't notice the feelings Orihime has for him, and maybe Rukia has for him. That one is a bit more, shaky. But it's kind of, you have to wonder whether the authors are just saying, okay, here's that romantic subplot, now can we get back to the big sword fights? Thank you. I have put in my romantic subplot and I have appeased my editors. If you're going to put in a romantic subplot, please just do something more with it. Because this is just trolling the fan base pretty much, and getting shippers all up in the tightwad because, Naruto touched Hinata and totally went out of his way to get revenge for her and then suddenly stopped, but okay, whatever. So, yeah. And I'm trying to think now of other shonen series where there is Inuyasha, maybe, I guess. Dragon Ball, that doesn't count because it seems like a prerequisite for you to be a hero. You have to be married or have a girlfriend. Yeah, so that doesn't count. Other anime, I don't know. So yeah. That's just, I guess it goes to proving my point, maybe. That's just what I think. Romantic subplots in shonen don't make sense. They're just thrown in there so that the author can get his merit badge for it, as it were. There's no substance to them. They don't make sense. And they don't really try to make sense. They're just there. So yeah. So if you agree with me, disagree, post it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And hopefully I didn't offend anyone. If I did, well, I sadly don't care about it. Also, I should, me personally, be making a AMV for Gurren Lagann sometime this month or June. I'm going to be really, really, really busy, and I might have the time to do it. I just need to figure out some things, and I need to record footage. So yeah, that's it. Have a good one.